Okay, my friends, so here's some basic information for the land cleanup by tractors with the department director present. Okay, some guidelines and safety. Okay, number 1. The driver and the department director of community gardens and agroforestry need to be present, of course. And they need to study well the plants, the trees, they are going to pull it out. And also some bushes and everything else. They need to sit together and make a plan. So they need to have a good plan first, very well made. So hardwood, where they're gonna go, and the softwood or rotten wood, where they're gonna go. So the hardwood will be used for what? For the construction, the base of the construction, for playgrounds, for garden beds, and things like that, and furniture, right? For that new land, okay? And the soft or rotten wood gonna turn into mulch. And then we need the person right there, piling them up, the driver, the tractor driver, piling them up, or in 2 separated locations. That's very important. So the soft wood and the rotten wood that's gonna be turned into mulch, gonna be in a pile, and then they're gonna bring the mulch machine at once and mulch them all at the same time. Okay, so first clean up everything and then they do. If next week is more, then they come just that few hours and bring that machine back, the mulch machine back, for others to be using it, other constructions that are a few miles away or close by or wherever it is. The soft wood will also be used for the construction that is reusable, like small pieces of wood, support over here, support over there, support wood, let's say, that can be soft, right? Because they're not going to rotten in just a few months of construction, 28 weeks of construction. So soft wood, you're gonna see, you have to study ahead with the engineer, right? How much soft wood you would need as well. Number 2. So after you sit and do a very, very good plan with the engineer and also with the construction department director, these 2 people are going to be on site at all times, right? They can even they can even share different weeks. One stay every morning, one stay every afternoon, and depends how is the construction, if it's like the land on the beginning. And then so they can also study if they need to study English. If they already know English, they do not have to study. They can work, can stay on site all 8 or 10 hours, the whole day. Yes, they can. Of course, they're gonna have a longer break for lunch and longer, smaller breaks in morning and in the afternoon. So, for safety, what items we can say for safety? Very, very important. So you have to see if the tractor, it's well, look all around. If the wheels, around the wheels, nothing attached to it, make sure, you're renting those trucks by hours, not by money, but we are having those tractors, Make sure they have a very good situation. Take pictures, make sure they don't have any bumps or anything, so when you return it, you return the same way as you got it. Clean, nothing on it, and no bumps and everything. So make sure everything you're gonna be getting, landing, like the mulch machine and the tractors, you have to take pictures of back, front, both sides. Make sure, and the cabin, make sure you're gonna return the same way. When you return, you make sure the person that is having them back, have them check and add the pictures to the file they have, online file. Okay? Keep your records, keep your pictures into your email so you won't have too many information at your cell phones. Okay, so the machines are in great condition. The mulch machine and the tractor. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, we continue the safety, right? The item number 2, we continue. The people, the drivers and the department directors of construction and department director of the community garden and agroforestry. So, with the engineers, with one more couple, one more department director, so will be 4 of them gonna be part of this meeting. So, depending on who is already there, can be the Clean Water and Peace, or can be Countries United, or the social assistant, whichever another couple that is not so busy yet, because people didn't arrive, not too many arrived yet from other countries, right? Okay, so will be 4 couples. That they can also, one of them can also be the tractor person, and the couple that will be mulching the wood, or another small tractor that will be carrying the good wood to playgrounds, garden bed, the furniture, and the base, the construction base, the hardwood. Okay? All right, so these 4 department directors gonna really talk and plan first where they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that at the hotel they are, or a school gym, or nearby city, right? The building they're staying. All right, they need proper table, proper notes, and everyone with their own book of records. And who's gonna take notes? Mostly the construction department director and the community garden agroforestry. If it's the clean water and land person, they can make some notes, like we did the prayers every morning or at the end of each day. They can also say they sang songs, right? They ask authorization for the land before the pulling out, the clearing starts. So that's if the Clean Water and Peace the Clean Water and Peace Department. If it's for the countries united, he can also do a few things according to their department and make their notes. They were part of that meeting because we need 4 couples there. So they can say that, they can also say prayers that is going to help the countries, help each other, so we are helping people to live there. The person can say how many families are expected to live there, how many departments going to be building. So it's also, part of the countries united, this department. Okay? All right. The others, they're going to write their own thing. The department director of construction and the department director community garden and agroforestry going to also make some notes, tell who was present, these 4 couples were present, and also say that according to their area. And everything about their own area. Okay, so the first meeting at the hotel I said, right? And then the other meeting, go early in the morning for the land meeting at the land. All right, so that's the second meeting right there. Look well, go safe, of course. You have to go, plan ahead, be really organized to go. All right, and then for the land, you can bring more families, a few more people, or the other department directors for that location that already arrived or the owner that is giving the land. And for that, you're gonna record the whole thing from town without cuts. So record everything, a video, make a video from the nearby city until the place with the owners, the landowners, or the government person in charge that's giving that land. Okay? All right. So you're gonna, at the city or at the closest nearby city where you're staying at, in a hotel or a school, cafeteria, or wherever you have there, right? The best, of course, the best as possible. You make the video recording something, buildings. You have to record buildings from this small city or from this village or wherever you have. Why is that? To make sure anyone else checking afterwards, all the inspectors and everyone, knows how to get there afterwards. Okay? And also for the organization records, we need everything on records. Okay? And then we're going to tell you how you're going to save all the videos, because we're going to put them on YouTube, right? It's going to be our own channel, just YouTube, just for you to have an idea. You're going to save them there and delete from your, send on an email. Everyone has it. And then you delete from your cell phone after you're sure you have the video posted at our own organization, YouTube, let's say. Okay? All right. This video, when you leave the village or the nearby city, you record everything. Make sure you record quite a few buildings, supermarkets, or wherever they have there, the hotel you're staying, or the little school you're at, or, you have to record and sit on a front seat, of course, beside the driver, and do the best you can. So you can record sideways on a window, and then you can record forward for people to follow that if they need. In case something happened to the GPS, they can check the video ahead before they go. Mostly for inspectors, okay, that some gonna be at their own property, they're gonna live there, but some are not. We have to make sure the main engineer and other people in each area are gonna be checking those areas at least once a week in a non-said time, okay? All right, the other thing for safety, so when you get there, you keep filming until you arrive. This video gonna be what, about an hour, 2 hours, doesn't matter. Keep filming without cuts. Practice before, make sure you know where the so you don't stop it anywhere. How you hold the cell phone, really, to have no cuts. That's very important. Okay, so you're gonna have this meeting with these 4 department directors that can talk. Families can talk only if they're really expert in the area. Otherwise, only, or if they really have an awesome idea. Otherwise, they be quiet, they're present. They can sing the songs together, do the prayers. They can be there in this circle. Everyone holds hands, right? Make a circle by these woods, and then everyone face the wood, make a line, face the wood for more prayers, more songs before you start. Those few 5-10 minutes of prayers and songs are very important, because all these trees, they're alive, right? They're alive. They're not cement. They're not dead. They're alive. So let's talk to them. I'm going to have another video with details. But okay, so you did the prayers, did the songs, about 10 minutes, have the meeting, whoever needs, just for basic. Okay, so this is this tree, this is that type, this goes here, this goes there, the pie is going to be here, the pie is going to be there. You're just going to make sure of everything that you talk at the hotel meeting. You already plan more or less, already tell more or less where the pile is going to go for this cleanup. Okay? All right. So you're also going to install a few cameras right at this first day. Okay, you're going to install them. So it needs to be at least 10 cameras. So you're gonna be putting them on hard posts, like not timbers, but already cut, okay? And gonna put them the best you can. If you have a main road that's really already compacted, and you're gonna put a few there, okay? If it's really a dense forest, you're gonna take everything out, and then you can place, let's say, 4 up front at the main road, right? So 2 facing outside who arrives, 2 facing inside who is working. All right, so the cameras will be already placed on those small posts, right, like timber size, okay, 10 by 10 for example, can fit a good camera, and like 2 meters outside the land, right? So will be about 2.5 meters, right? A half meter inside the dirt and 2 meters outside posts, all the same height, being 2 meters above soil. Okay, so you're just gonna dig because the camera's already installed and cared really carefully on the pickup truck, or the truck you have, a closed truck. All right, and so gonna be like that. And okay, and then you do the closing, right? Another prayer. You already pray, walk around, took pictures in another cell phone, because this one, the main cell phone, gonna just keep recording a whole video of an hour or so, okay, even 2 hours, I don't know if it's the place far away, if it's really far away, all right? And make sure people present themselves at the before you get the car, say hi here, at the city, and a few of them can say hi at the city before you leave, and a few others can say hi and their complete names at this new land, okay, where they will be working at. Okay, so everything is organized. You had the meeting, and then a brief meeting, and then you pray again, such as closing for the day, right? And you're gonna start early in the morning. Okay, and then you go back to the hotels and arrange anything else that's needed. On this first day, it's also part of safety, right? We are going to have some trailers. Main one is the office, right? You need the trailer office, right? And you need bathrooms, right? Toilets that can be rentals to start until you have there the first bathrooms built, and the water well, right? The people that gonna be doing the water well the next day or so, and then you're gonna carry your water bottles in coolers, because we do have coolers right now, until the water well is installed, okay? So until that moment, we can bring on water bottles in gallons or in liters, wherever you have available, okay? All right. Okay, so let's check. You have the safety of the machines, the tractor and the mulch maker machine, right? Grinding machine. You have the safety of preparing yourself with clothes. Make sure which clothes you have to go with, and talk about the owners, if it's the government or the private owner, anything else you need. You have safety for boots, white boots until your under knee line. You have safety for a toilet, water coolers, and you are safe when you do the first visit in land, so you're safe. And everything was already organized and planned ahead at the hotel. Okay, so you have these 2 meetings and you are ready to start. So on the day we start, you're gonna see the best as possible and who is available. So if the water well team, because that's the most important, is available, all right, they're going to start. But if it's going to take 1 or 2 days for them to start, they're already scheduled for a nearby new land, that's fine. Wait 1 or 2 days, keep bringing your water, and keep already clearing the land you have to clear. Okay? And you're already going to bring the trailer, you're already going to bring the toilet and the hand wash unit. Hand wash unit. You cannot accept one without the other, or they bring both or they bring none. So you have to be really good and helping, because that's not really engineer, that's going to be more the construction department director to have this. They cannot bring one without the other, so make sure they have 2 toilets, and 1 hand washing unit, 2 plastic toilets, right? Okay, and that's really important. Just while you're clearing the land. Okay, and also for the first people gonna be building. So what's the most important to build are the bathrooms. So people are safe, can take showers before they go home, right? Don't go dusting cement, all right? For the families to start arriving. And the bathrooms and the clubhouse, because the clubhouse, people can sleep there. All the workers, families that are going to be living there, they can already sleep at this clubhouse meeting room. Going to be on a future meeting room, right? So they can start already sleeping there. If it's a safe location, they can even sleep on hammocks. That would be okay. Hammocks hung, right? If it's safe. So gonna be just the cement roof, the cement concrete posts, right? With many hammocks hung. That's fine for the people that are building, gonna live there, so they can already get up and they're ready on site as soon as possible with this cover area and those bathrooms. Okay, so then it comes the water team. So the water team gonna make water wells, 1 or 2 or 4 or wherever, how big is the land, but gonna start maybe 1 or 2, right? Gonna do a little bit at a time as you keep clearing the land. All right? So the other thing is very important about safety as well, to have cement, concrete, I don't know exactly the name of those big round septic circles, right? Let's say to fit one after another inside the water well. Because if it's sandy or if anything happen along the centuries, they're really safe. Concrete, not cement. Those rings, right? Cement rings? I don't know the word. So we're going to put one after another, right? One on the top of the other. So we are really sure the wells are really safe and durable for millenniums of years. And they, of course, were planned everything according to the engineer plan. The engineer, everyone needs to know who that person is, the main engineers, to make sure the proposal from the organization is done really properly, because we're going to have a few proposals online, right? So for the engineer plant. Okay, so according to different sizes of land and different locations, so we're going to have quite many, I don't know how many, maybe 4 for each. Maybe 4 examples of engineer plan for small land, 4 for big land, right? And then 4 for very large land, and then another one for county land, let's say like that. Okay, so we're gonna have a total of 16, I think, 16 or 20. Yeah. All right, different examples. So the engineer gonna pick up the one that's most appropriate for that area. All right. Yeah, let's say we're gonna have 16 or 20. All right, different samples for engineer plan. Okay, that's great. So the engineer needs to be, the engineer team, that is at least 2 couples, need to be on site every week to make sure the department director of construction, that can also be an engineer, that will be an engineer, a very, very experienced person, is doing everything really properly. But those 2 couples that gonna be checking the whole area or the whole state of that country will come in a non-said day, non-scheduled day. So everybody gonna be working really properly at all times, at all hours, at all minutes, with proper hard hat and everything else they need according to the work they're gonna be doing. Okay, so the other safety thing is because families gonna start arriving, right? 4 weeks after the organization launching day, gonna start arriving. Very healthy people, they're gonna start working at the construction wherever is needed. They're gonna be assistant, most of them, and some gonna be already department directors. They're gonna live there in the future. All right, so when these people arrive, what we need? They can stay a few days at the nearby hotel, Then, as soon as you have the roof, proper roof, and can put the hammocks, they can stay on that area. Okay? We're not doing hammocks on trees because some trees, can get snakes. We want to avoid that. And every country we're going to be building are warm countries, right? Tropical, subtropical countries, and also warm states of other countries. Okay, so we want to make sure everyone is safe, so we want to have construction because that will be a good thing to avoid those animals and wildlife in general. Okay, the other thing that we're going to be doing, we can use a few natural items according to your location, products, right, to scare some wildlife out, such as snakes or some mammals in general. Okay? All right. So you're safe. You use these natural chemicals to scare them away so people can start sleeping there. That's fine. And of course with long sleeves to avoid mosquito bites if the place have no mosquitoes, all this. Because the most important thing, my friends, are safety. So if it's not 100% safe for people to have hammocks at the land, where they're going to sleep? At the nearby city, at the village you're staying, at the hotel or school cafeteria or whichever you have. Because people can get up early, clean up their beds, and is a school there during the day for their own children, right? And the adults can go to land. So on that case, if you are in a big land, that children are not going with you, just teenagers, 15 years old and older. All right, because then they can handle, and always on the first day, always wear mosquito repellent before you leave. Because you don't know what can be there. Make sure you can put also cologne, to scare mosquitoes out, whichever is written online. But cologne can also work, but we have to see if the scent is good, right? And everyone can wear the same. That's another thing. So no one gonna be calling attention from anyone. We put on a clothes. So when we wash the clothes, it's gone and done. Just for everyone to be safe mosquitoes. Be careful with mosquitoes. Because some countries still have, very bad situation with mosquitoes. All right? So when you build this construction that people can stay on hammocks, already put solar panel there and a fan, to have a wind always on the people that are going to be sleeping there. All right? And keep also have the trailer for the office, and also keep the tools inside with very good locks. Okay, that can be numbers if nobody can see. The department director gonna put his body in the front if it's numbers, a lock with numbers. All right, and if it's keys, gonna have that elastic, so it's attached to the director pants and cannot get out. Okay, so because no one can have that key or that code if it's a number, right, for the lock of this main trailer. That's the office, and also to keep the first tools. All right? Okay, we're doing great. Okay, so you're gonna have the tractors there working, maybe 2 of it, and then the land that the tractor already clean up and pull, all the big ones, families can go and clean up. Families, I mean teens and parents, can go and clean up small items. Okay, carry them out, clean them up well. All right, there are gonna be tractors compacting soil in another area, that was already clean, and everything else from that point on gonna be written by proper engineers and people that proper engineers. All the steps you're gonna follow. We are going to have the university teachers to improve all my sayings, because it's not, I never did construction before, right? All right, that would be great to learn and practice. Okay, so basically it's that, and then I'm gonna have another video about the first aid kit, right? Oh yeah, I forgot. So everything, my friends, gonna be built in concrete, real strong cement. The base, the walls, everything, the columns, the posts, everything concrete, being the most strong ever. And every roof gonna be a roof forever. Okay, a roof the most stronger possible, they're gonna stay there forever, be maintained, and really thick and strong and smooth, cannot be on clay tile. We are not going to have any tile that's removable with wind or anything. We are not going also to have any street inside communities or main roads with clay tiles, or these small bricks that they look nice, but with time they get out, apart, they break, not good. And we're also not going to have any stepping stones anywhere to make gardens pretty, because they move around, they break, and then okay, we're going to make proper sidewalks. All right, just a few words about pedestrian sidewalks. They're gonna be made in concrete, and not all of them really perfectly straight. It's important to have a movement, right? A little bit round over here, a little bit round over there. Some of them in front of the buildings, can also be straight right there, but then soon after have a movement. So the engineers, when making the plan, need to have that in mind. The buildings are not also going to be one after another, all perfectly straight, because that does not work. I have another video going to show you. So one a bit over here, one a bit, they can be even a line more or less, but one a bit over this way, one a bit over that way. All right, so we have a movement. And if the wind comes one way or another, the wind gonna break through different ways, so families can have wind, right? And it's not going to be a whole corridor with many buildings, not that way. Okay? All right. So everything construction gonna be really durable to last what? centuries and millenniums for the construction. Okay, so the other thing is that the engineers also going to have in mind where the agroforestry is going to be. That you're not going to clear all the wood. You're going to clear some wood so they can have some paths and even plant some things there, right? Some fruit trees, because we need biodiversity. So we need some hardwood, to harvest in 50, 100 years, who knows? But it's important to have those things for biodiversity. Okay, and all the fruit trees can be along the property itself, and some can be at the agroforestry on the sunny area, of course, right? And we are not planting vegetables, salads in the agroforest because it makes no sense. But we are planting some fruit trees right close by, right? Because they're going to be really good with insects and all these things. Okay, and also for fun, that some families can have some paths there. Instead of going to state national parks to do the same, they can have some right there. Some path, always clean, in dirt, compact dirt. And sometimes they can take turns to be compacting twice a year, to make sure it's always well compacted so no weeds gonna grow. All right, so the most sustainable as possible, but if some you can make a concrete path or here or there, if rains too much, it makes sense because otherwise the weeds gonna take over. So that you're gonna see yourself. I don't know about that, if we are going to make concrete path in the woods because so many big trees there, I think make no sense. Right? Let's leave the natural. Okay, it's decided then. Let's leave the woods of the agroforestry. Let's leave just the compact land twice a year. Families take turn and get these, these little posts with cement on the bottom, and they can compact. A whole week of compacting, taking turns. I think will be very durable and sustainable for millennia. Great. All right. Awesome. And as soon as things are more organized, and you need more, and then other trailers gonna come, right? And then you're gonna have one trailer only for tools, one for electric items, solar panels, one for plumbing, one trailer for each thing. And you're gonna have a couple in charge of each one of these areas, right? And these trailers. And make sure everything is really, really safe and counted well so they will arrive in a proper way. So all details as possible, so nothing else need to be purchased afterwards. Okay, you can have the deliveries, the main deliveries, the very, very big pipes, and then the medium pipes, and then the apartment pipes. Yeah, you can have that, different delivery days for different trailers. As soon as a trailer is empty, what you do? Send it back. Make sure they come and pick it up. Do not leave empty trailers there. Okay, so everything was used, done. Okay, put on your check up, the paper. Do your paper orders, completed. All right, so this is very important. Make sure every single day after dinner at this hotel or school you're staying, you're gonna do what? Fill up your records book. Very, very important. Okay? Before you go to bed, you need energy and time to do that. All right? Write, and then you sign. Important days, you get you and your spouse to sign. Very important meeting, you get other people to sign your own handbook, people that are present at that same meeting. Remember the hotel meeting and the land meeting, those first two very important meetings. So you're going to have the hotel meeting is easy. You do right there, get the signature of these other department directors that are already there to sign your own records book. The land meeting, as soon as you go back to the hotel or the school you're staying at, what you're going to do? Fill out and get the signature of these 4 main department directors who are there. If you already have 10 department directors, go ahead, my friends, get those 20 signatures, right? From 10 couples. Okay, the other thing I forgot, that first day you go into the land with the owners or the government person in charge to donate the land. You're going to bring the 10 cameras, right, already installed on posts. And you're also going to bring the address of the location, if the location was already approved. Okay, those things you can do on the first day. All right? Okay, so after this first department directors go to the hotel for a meeting there in town to record the town, right, and go for this land visit of an hour or so, you're gonna send all the information, the pictures, the video, a picture of a records book done from your cell phone and everything to the headquarters assistant team. The headquarters assistant team will check, look, because will be one per state, those countries that we have land, all right? And so you approve, you make the deed, you go to a proper location, official location. If it's before the organization launching day, will be the one that the country is already using. If it's after the organization launching day, gonna be done at the city office, right? Okay. And then everything else, the plans were already approved ahead, because they are templates, right? The engineer plans, the one that I said gonna have 16 or 20 different templates according to how many apartments will be built there. Actually, how many communities gonna be built there, because if it's a few communities, 4 or 5, that can be already considered a county, right? Because they need their own parks, they need their own schools and own universities and everything else. Okay, so you have to make sure you have on hand your deed before you bring those tractors, before you install water, before you spend any money after that. If by any chance that land was not approved, you go back there, pick up the posts with the cameras and the little sign with this address. The sign also gonna be in a 2-meter post, right? And bring it back. You're gonna lose that sign, but it's okay, just paint over and write the new address. Okay, so this can happen if you discover anything that's not really like they said before, the owner said before. So it's very important. So you have to submit those videos, pictures, and the meeting to the headquarters engineer assistant team for approval before you get the deed. And you only start any construction, water well, tractors, anything, delivery of trailers, anything else, delivery of the families, right, that are going to be working there, only if you have a deed under the organization's name, Clean Water and Peace Organization. Okay? All right, so all these items, you see a lot, goodness, 40 minutes about safety, but also about the building steps, okay? Thank you so much for all your cooperation, all your work, and then from there on, you're just gonna be scheduling deliveries, because the trailer's gonna be also set up according to the template engineer plan you got. Okay, so each one gonna have already all the details. So if you pick up the very small land, with this amount of apartment, or medium land, or large land, or very large land, a county land, let's say, right? The template gonna have all these details: plant for plumbing, plant for electric, solar panels, for every detail of all types, even the furniture, the amount of furniture you need, because everyone gonna have 8 kids, right? And just the parent that gonna see if it's 2 or 4, how many grandparents gonna be living at the house. But for everything else, it's already detailed, explained with details. All right, thank you. All right, you're gonna be sharing machines, tractors, with other nearby lands, new lands. Okay, let's say we have a very good state in Brazil or United States, right? With a few different new lands nearby, a few miles apart from each other. They're gonna be county lands, let's say, right? So you're gonna be sharing those machines. Very important for machines to don't be stuck doing nothing. If you know, you have to be really working united so you can share the most tractors as possible, and return them as soon as you don't have, and schedule them. Okay, so you need them back in 5 days, or you need them back in 10 days. So you're gonna go there and schedule there for the rental, and they're gonna offer the best as possible for the days that you are asking. So you always gonna return those tractors to that little city, nearby cities, your base, right? Or the village, wherever you are. Okay, you're gonna be returning them. All right, so these tractors, if it's just maybe a few hours, depends what's the most sustainable for the area, of course. If it's just a few hours, but they're close by, or if it's just one day doing nothing, 1 or 2 days, but really far away, so the machines can stay there. That's fine. All right. The other safety thing for the land. Safety for the land. What you need? You need people sleeping there. People sleeping at the office trailer. Okay? So you're gonna need, I think, 4 families, right? 4. Yeah, they cannot leave their kids at the 2 families, I think, is more sustainable. 2 families for the office. So depending on the region, it's better to bring 2 office trailers. So 4 families can sleep over. Sleep over there. And the ones that are coming during the day, gonna bring them the food. Okay, but they're gonna sleep there. They can also take turns. So one family sleep, 4 families gonna sleep this whole week, and then the following week, other 4 families, or keep the same. You know, this family that are sleeping over can be the technology and security, the department directors with other assistants, he chooses and is approved by the organization volunteers. All right, because that's his job, technology and security. So he can sleep there all the weeks, and with these families. So I think we can have 2 families, depending on how big is the trailer, right? But 2 families per trailer, or maybe 1 family per trailer. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think that's good too. All trailers, we already have cameras installed inside and outside. So we are sure what people are doing inside, and we are sure what people are doing outside. Okay? On the first few days, until they have proper water installed, the water well and those showers, right? They can have water brought to them to take a shower on these shower areas. Those shower areas gonna be covered in fabric, right? Non-transparent, not non transparent fabric. Okay, and the best is possible because it's going to be warm on those places, and can have these water containers, right? And they can take real quick showers. Their hair going to be really short, so they can wash them easily, and the whole family can take shower this way very quickly. Or they go to the city, take a shower and come back during the day, right? So at night they're ready to be on their positions. Okay, all right. And yeah, those trailers for safety needs to put their beds, people that are sleeping there, put their beds up high somewhere on a shelf. They fold them and put on a shelf. If they are hammocks, they also gonna fold them, to make sure before they set up their place to sleep is no bugs, no spiders, nothing. Okay, very, very important. All these trailers gonna have AC. All trailers gonna have AC, so people can really sleep with the doors and windows closed. They can open during the day, right? If they have a net at the window, but the door is gonna be closed very quick, open and close very quick, so no mosquitoes gonna get inside, no spiders. The door is gonna be really closed, really properly, so they will have no spiders, no snakes, nothing will come in, because they are taking out land, trees, and wildlife gonna be moving around, so we have to be really, really careful. Okay, so every trailer do have a window AC. Okay, and they can have the shower inside the trailer for those with a water container on the top, because then the water going to be warm during the day. They take a shower in the evening, they're fine. If the water is too cold in the morning, they don't have to take a shower because they're clean, right, from the night. They take just a quick wash up and start the day. But at night, in the evening, it's very important for everyone to take proper showers, to take any dust that might be harmful, if it's cement already or not, but to wash hair as well, really, soap and water. Okay? All right, so yeah, I guess that's the best way, is to have the showers inside the trailers already, if possible, right? Okay, or on those shower with fabrics, right? You put 4 posts, fabric around, one for males, one for females, not too far away from each other, and you bring the water and install them every time you need a new one. You just bring from the city on those trucks. Okay? All right. Transportation. Let's just complete the trailer beds. If people are sleeping on the floor, they're gonna close everything up. Make sure there are no ants around, nothing around. No mosquitoes, nothing, because they need to sleep well. Needs to have a fan. Those trailers need a fan. So AC and a fan, because if any mosquito, because some places still have malaria and other things, so we have to be careful, be safe. Okay? All right. And then they're gonna take their beds out of this plastic bag. Okay, white plastic bag. Okay, some soft things like comforters for the bottom, not comforters. We can have already the blankets, this soft, not comforters. What we're gonna use is 2 soft blankets folded. So one they're gonna use themselves in the future, and the second one they're gonna give to another family afterwards. They're gonna have sheets, proper pillows. It's already their life pillows, right? 1 per life. They're washable, and As soon as possible, outside those trailers, we already have the place to wash their hands, so the workers won't get inside this little shower they have, this mini bathroom they have there. Okay, so the workers gonna have their own water installed as soon as the water well it's installed. They're gonna have some faucets along the property in about 50 meters away from each other, so workers don't have to walk too far away to drink water or wash their faces. Okay, and in a way that they won't get their boots wet. So you need some kind of structure or a little hose, like 2 or 4 meters hose, connected to a board, a wooden board or something, so they can wash anything they have. They can wash their dishes for the day, and of course in 1 or 2 more days they can already install the proper sink, right, to wash their food dishes and their hands in another sink, something like that. Okay, so when they're ready, they're gonna hang, the family that's gonna be sleeping there, gonna hang their towels inside the trailer or fold them. No, let me think. Yes, they're gonna hang inside the trailers. Why? Because outside gonna be dust from cement. They cannot have their towels outside or their clothes hung outside. Any clothes they're gonna wash, those families sleeping there, any towel, shower towel, in reality they are hand towels, but I'm just saying that they're gonna hang inside their trays, gonna have a line for them to hang the clothes. In the morning they see on, in the morning they're dry, they fold, put in a plastic bag. Everything they put in a plastic bag, their clothes, their bed, linens and stuff, and their shower towels, okay, and anything else is needed. Everything properly closed, because soon gonna start having cement dust around. Even that they're gonna close the trailer really properly at all times and really fast, dust can still get inside, so we have to be careful. All right, so they're gonna sleep there. They look everything. They take all this material out of these strong plastic bags, really careful, okay, and then they tie them up in the morning. Everything inside these plastic bags. They change, put their proper clothes and so on. So as soon as possible, I was talking about this place to wash hands and to wash dishes, right? And we also need 2 other sinks. So one for washing bathroom hand, one for washing dishes, and then on the other side 2 other sinks, that 2 or 4, depending how many people already going to be working there, to wash clothes, their working clothes of these families that are staying there. Everyone else, until they have a better location, they're going to be washing their clothes at the hotel or at this school they're staying at, because over there they cannot hang clothes during the day, so you want to grab cement dust from hanging them there. Okay, so this hotel or this school cafeteria need a washer, because we're going to be a real important investment during these 28 weeks. A washer and a dryer, just bring them from somewhere, someone that already have them, so they can be really well used. One after another, do a few loads every day for those families that are staying in the hotel or school or church, whichever they have there at this village, this city, nearby city. So the transportation to bring those families every morning, every evening, gonna be according to the number of people gonna be working there, because in the beginning it's just a very few, with a lot of tractors, a few tractors, I mean, right? Not too many people. So the first few days, while the workers already in this city in this hotel or school, wherever, church. They're gonna have training, be strong, run, work out, prepare things, already connect pipes, already connect things for the solar panel. I don't know, I'm just giving some ideas. Already doing things right there where they are, because they cannot work much at the land, but they can work at this location. So they're gonna be really busy, working out, exercising, checking videos, studying. So gonna be people teaching them. They're gonna be checking the videos we have online, the new videos, right? Because those videos are for you to make new ones. They will also be doing outside learning games for the older kids that are already there, the teens, the adults. English, they're gonna study and writing, have their notebooks. They're gonna be busy the whole day. So we're gonna continue the same schedule. Let's say 4 hours in the morning, 4 or 5 hours for work, and in the afternoon 4 or 5 hours of study, depending on what else they need to do during the break, right? And do the teams the best they can. Food preparation, or go purchase food in another village or another city, and all these things, because we need proper food until we are really organized. The grains, okay, because we cannot, if depending where they are, they cannot go all the way to this bigger city and bring to this small city or small village so much food like salads. But they can bring lots of hard vegetables. They can have the beans, lentils, brown rice, healthy food, organic the most as possible, okay? Because we are preparing this team to be strong to start their work, okay? They're gonna take any, like some food that also smell bad, on the skin, to repel, but it depends on the air, it doesn't work. But depends on the air, it works, okay, for the skin to smell bad. But we don't, for the mosquitoes, not for people, okay? All right, so they're gonna be also sewing clothes or sheets, bed linen, towels. So this team gonna be really busy on this hotel or school, okay? Be working really a lot, learning, work in one period and study on the other, work one period, study the other. So we have consistency along all the weeks. One team or another can transfer just to be better accommodated according to the needs, but they're gonna have consistency along the whole weeks until that job is completed, let's say, okay? And they're gonna be stocking on this village, the city. They're going to be stocking, because soon they're going to receive hundreds of more families to be working, okay? So they're going to be sewing and have all these things, making furniture, all right? So we need the good carpenters working, and so people are going to be really preparing to receive this other thing. And then comes more people, so let's say 100, 200 more. Oh, well, okay, what they're going to be doing? So everything really planned and organized, okay? So the social assistant team going to be checking all these numbers, how many blankets it needed in total, and stock. Make sure they're really dry in a safe location that's not humid. So when the new land is ready, they're going to have all these clothes ready, all this furniture ready. So can't make too much of one thing or another that's going to be used only after many weeks. Let's focus, make a good plan with the technology team to calculate. So the social assistant gonna be doing basic calculations as well, but the technology team gonna be putting everything online, make sure the numbers are right, so they're gonna work together. All right? And also they're going to be working together with producers that somehow are producers, right? All these people are making things with fabric or furniture. They are producers. And things before making furniture, the carpentry team and director and assistants gonna be doing the wood, preparing the wood that's gonna be used for the construction. So as soon as they start pulling those trees from that land, those trees, you have to see if it's better prepare them inland or bring to the city and make them in the city and then bring them back. What will be better? These logs, okay? Big logs, right? Posts, the main, how you call? Trunks, tree trunks, okay? And for us to get going really, really fast. So we have to be on time, really, really organized. And if people need, the department directors need, they can call for more helpers if really needed. But no one gonna work more hours. 6 o'clock, finish and done. This is really, really important. They can have more helpers to work during the day from 7 to 6. Okay? So the bus that's gonna be bringing the morning team from the city to this school already bring the other ones that gonna be going back to the village. Okay, so the bus gonna go 7 o'clock in the morning, and then at lunchtime to change teams, and then 6 o'clock, no more. And then gonna stay there, those 4 families in these 2 or 4 trailers. Okay? All right. Depending how important it is. So those families gonna take turns doing check-upping cameras. So let's say every hour. Depends where they're located. They can just get up twice a night, have a look on their cell phones, and that's it. But depends on the location. If it's close to a big city or so, it's better for one of those 4 families, these couples, to be getting up every hour to check. Until 9 o'clock, 10 people are up anyways. And then 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 people get up anyways, right? To do their workout, stretching, prayers, and everything. Else, I think 5 o'clock, because it's going to be hard days working. I think 5 o'clock is plenty of time for them to start working at 7, because they're going to be working right there. Okay? And at night, they can sleep at 9 or 10, so they have a good rest for their body to be really sustainable along these 28 weeks, because there's really a lot of work. Okay? And those families can change maybe every 4 weeks, or the department director of security can stay there forever, all these 28 weeks. Because then we know who is in charge and who is there. Yeah, I think that's the most sustainable. And they can go to the city during the day, right? To take showers, no, they have their own showers, to go out a little bit, have their weekend in town if they want, and have someone else on a weekend. I think that's the most sustainable. So during the week, let me think, or they just stay there, the land, go during the day, but keep sleeping the whole 28 weeks. I think that's the most sustainable. Yeah. The department director of security and other families, so total 4 families that this department, the security, trust and is also approved by the organization, gonna sleep there every single day of the 28 weeks. I think that's the most sustainable and secure for everyone. So we are sure. So if they go out a Saturday or a Sunday during the day, sometimes in the morning or sometimes at night, because it's It's a weekend, right? They can go out. It's a family day also. They're gonna have someone else there during the day, but then at night I think it's safe for them to come back to sleep. So they need at the construction site at least 2 pickup trucks very close to those trailers, so in case it's needed they leave, but they're not really leaving. Okay, they're not leaving, but they need on site 2 pickup trucks. Let's say for safety, but if need, they're not going to get out on those trucks because they can get nowhere. If the other people has guns or something, they can go nowhere. They're going to stay safe inside those trailers and call for help. Okay, so those 4 trailers for these 4 very special security families gonna be really strong and durable, that cannot be hurt by guns, let's say. All right, so if the place is really close to an old city, let's have 8 families in 8 trailers. But the main thing is security. 8 families in 8 different trailers with bathroom inside, so they're safe. 6 o'clock, if needed, they go inside, they're safe. All right, and they're already gonna eat their dinners, take their showers, because every trailer needs a shower and need a toilet. Okay, and for the workers, instead of having toilets with plastic rentals, as I said, they're already gonna have those a hole in the ground, one for male, one for female, not too far from each other, with signs, male and female signs. But those toilets that are very simple, 4 posts with a fabric, a non-transparent fabric around, white or beige, clear fabric, white or beige, okay, no other color. Why? Because the person that's gonna be using the toilet gonna see if it's any bug, spider, or like it's easy to see inside, outside, and gonna be 100% cotton. Okay, so they're gonna be fine and decomposed afterwards. Okay, so we're not having plastic rental toilets or plastic rental sinks. We're gonna have, as a most sustainable, is this with a fabric, non-transparent fabric for toilet, a hole in the ground, and people cover right away with this piece of wood that's always very clean. Okay, so as soon as they can, a few days after, they're gonna put a proper toilet there, just to be used for those days with a small septic, just for that construction until the real bathrooms are ready. But they're gonna have a toilet and close right away. Okay, so because we do not want flies to get inside the hole. All right, the hole gonna be really close by, because right there, okay, so as soon as they can, they close it up. I think that's the most sustainable way. Let me think here, what else? For the toilets there, and then soon they're gonna build proper bathroom with proper septic tank. These buses, transportation for people, cannot be in a fabric seat. It needs to be in a hard plastic, so they will easily can be wiped away, because people gonna be dirty, right, from cement, and so they can wipe the back and the seat itself very quick. Wipe out with a drop of soap, and then afterwards with another clean towel. This is very important. Okay, so this bus needs to be able to be washed carefully with a hose without too much pressure, to wash the floor as well, because cement from those people boots gonna be there on the floor. So they need to be washed maybe twice a week. I think sustainable, right? So let's already say every Wednesday and every Saturday evening. Okay, why Saturday? Because people are going to be working there on Saturday doing what? Their community gardens, right? Their community garden work. People are going to be working there and have fun in there in the afternoon. So all these families that are, no tractors, no work with tractors or the construction. Because people need also to plant food, start planting food. Okay, the food gonna be planted only after the cement dust it's no longer being around. So people want to eat food with cement in it. Okay? And this land can also be covered so cement dust won't get to them. Now, the material that we can use to cover this land, I don't know yet, because it need to be strong, cannot pass through in case it rains, such as fabric, cannot be regular fabric, like very large sheets or long pieces of fabric, because if rains, gonna, get the dust, cement dust gonna get into the soil. So we have to figure out a way how we're gonna do it. Or we put some soil there, and when we're ready to plant the gardens, that no more cement dust are around, and then we can just scrape the top, take the top out carefully, and use the bottom that is a good soil without cement dust. I think maybe that will be the most sustainable, because we don't want to cover these lands that's going to plant food, for fruits and vegetables, to have the plastic or fabric, that none of them are sustainable. All right, this bus, and people going on this bus in the morning to be there at 7 o'clock, so they're going to leave about 6 or so, right? To be there sharp at 7, because soon going to get too hot, right? We don't want to work in the middle of the day, the lunch break. That's the transition from one team to another. All right, in the morning, they're going to bring food for the morning, right? And the afternoon team going to bring food for the afternoon. So the morning team going to eat really well, right? And bring the food for people, these families that are sleeping there, 4 or 8 families that are sleeping there. But they're going to eat themselves only when they come back at lunchtime. That's the most sustainable. Don't eat at the construction site until things are more organized and food is there. All right, the afternoon team that needs to be there at 1, right? 1 to 6, their work hours. They're going to eat really well before they go. And don't bring food for themselves. They're going to bring food for the families that are there. Lunch and dinner, already organized. Okay? For those families, 4 or 8 families that are sleeping there, to have their lunch and dinner brought as well. So the food for the dinner, for these 4 or 8 families, it's very important to think ahead what can be brought that won't be bad in those 5 hours. No meat for sure. Okay? So they can have the salads, brown rice, beans. They can have lentils, don't need both. They can have eggs, boiled eggs, already peeled off, and colorful salads, very important, as possible, right? Because probably if it's the real city is too far away, they cannot have too many salads, but they're gonna have vegetables. Vegetables easy to buy ones and keep use for the whole week. They're also gonna be bringing clean water for these 4 or 8 families until proper water wells are installed and they have faucets on site. The property also need the sign with the address, right, the 2 meters high, right at the gate. And they need a proper gate as soon as possible, or the soon as possible, the gate and the little security house right there built already, the strong one with proper posts, concrete, okay, so they can take turns at this location, make sure every trailer that's coming is the right one, has the right information. Before the driver leaves, the person needs to make sure they have the code number for that trailer and not a key, because we want to avoid drivers of trailers having keys, because they might copy somewhere and we don't want that to happen. So improvement for the locks, all the locks will be numbers, and the information of that lock is going to be straight given to the Department Director of Technology Security, and to no one else. That's the person that knows the lock number, not keys. Okay, so we talk about food and we talk about water. Soon the water wells are installed. Those families sleeping there, and every worker, of course, can drink water on site. That's clean, will be from aquifers, okay? Okay, those families, according to the organization recommendation or not, gonna be taken every day. Gonna be taking vitamins, like multivitamins in capsules, and we also be taking probiotics in capsules. So each location, according to their location, so we have really, really strong people, because they're going to take sun, fresh air, everything, we're doing fine. But once they came, some of them came from other countries, environments completely different. We want to make sure they have all the nutrients. So they will have multivitamin for sure, and they will have the probiotics. The multivitamins can even be two. One with turmeric capsules, because that's really good. They can also have maybe cilantro or something else that is, whatever they think is good, to take daily. So they will have real clean livers, and so the organization, headquarters, assistant team gonna help with that, okay? This is really important. So can be 2 vitamins, can be 2 different probiotics, wherever they think to have everyone healthy, my friends, because people in a city that are already gonna stay there, they're gonna be fine. We don't have to worry about it. They're gonna have food, they're gonna have, the environment they're used to. But those people traveling, especially those very important first leaders that are the department directors of that land, and all their assistants and helpers, very important to keep them really, really healthy. Okay? All right. Everything else for hard hat, for safety glasses, cotton gloves, white cotton gloves, not synthetic, not plastic, because they get sweaty and not really washable properly, or they don't dry properly. So everything else is going to be listed according to the team, what they're doing, okay? So sometimes on a construction, if it's needed, they can have a break for families to work, such as clean up twigs and small branches. So they can do that. Have a few hours of that day or the whole day just doing that cleanup, so cement dust won't come around. But they can also have this cleanup team using masks as well in other locations. All right, we can do that as soon as they're safe and far away from tractors. Okay, so families can come from the city, right, and work cleaning up the twigs and things, so we have very good, strong base for the construction site to start to be built. So for the all details for this handbook, the construction handbook, gonna be completed by the organization headquarters assistant team. So the headquarters are doing the best we can for now, and they're gonna be completing all the details, because as I make the video, some things don't come in a proper order, but then you're gonna organize and put them in a proper order when you type it and have available online for everyone to see. And we're gonna print also copies, a few copies, right? I think 8 copies of everything, and to be given to 8 different countries. That's plenty and enough. All right? Okay. So we really have specialists for each area to complete all those handbooks, and everything gonna be a template based on the very beginning thing I said, that we're gonna have 20 different templates, construction templates, according to their size, okay, and how many apartments, how many communities gonna be built, from small ones until real county ones. Okay, depends, because some can use the city area for schools and things, and some gonna be the whole county with everything in it. All right, so everything gonna be a template to follow, from training to parts, materials, everything. So people to work in that area, they need to watch this video and do this test, online test. People to do this the same way. So we have everything. We have training and test, before they start. The best as possible, be really safe, organized, and work efficiently. Okay, so the other thing is that for the Department Director of Security and Technology, to be at this front cabin, right, as soon as it's built, by the entrance. Okay, gonna be a cabin there, and during the day, the person gonna be there, this couple gonna be there, and gonna check really well before anything gets inside, really well. How is that? The trailer, okay, gonna check the number of the trailer, gonna check the driver license, gonna check the paperwork that is sent with it, and gonna check the key of the trailer, not key, the code of the trailer before they pass the gate, the property gate. So there are 4 things for this Department Director of Technology and Security to check before anything, any delivery arrives, before they pass the main gate. So what you're going to check? Repeating. The driver license of the driver, the paperwork printed from the driver, the trailer number, that's gonna be on the back, and of course can check if that unit needs an AC or not, right? And if it has solar panels, so the outside things can be checked. Open the door with the code, make sure the code opens the door, and then check the inside items. All right, have a look. Okay, not with details, not needed, but gonna check. Oh, that's the trailer that has the shower in it, or the toilet. That is the trailer that has the AC, will be the office, has the AC in it. Oh, that's the trailer with all the tools. So you're gonna check. Okay, make sure the driver do not see you putting the code in. The driver has to look on the other direction. you're gonna say if the person don't do, because the driver is supposed to know, step back 4 meters or so and look the other way, or 2 meters, whichever you think is the best. Turn the other way. Don't look you. Put in the numbers on that code to open that door. Alright, so you check all the basics are there. Alright, let the driver go inside. The driver gonna drop it out and leave right away. So that's another thing. On your paperwork at the cabin or the security gate, driver check, show the driver license again. You're sure, because faces can be similar. So you're gonna check a driver license, gonna get his 2 fingerprints on the paper when he enters and when he leaves. 2 right hand fingerprints, the indicator and the middle finger right there, stamped at his paperwork when he arrives, and when he leaves you're gonna put the time, and when he's leaving, and press those 2 fingers there. Okay, so you're gonna need the ink, and to make sure, because driver license sometimes don't mean anything, people can change those cards, but fingerprint is always a fingerprint. Don't make the fingerprints really short, like just the tip of it, a round circle. No, the whole fingers long, like almost 10 centimeters long. That's the whole finger, 2 fingers, fingerprint. Okay, or 2 fingerprints, or the thumb, if you think that will be better. No, I think 2 fingerprints. Yeah, 2 whole fingerprints I think is better. Alright, so when they come, the driver comes, and when the driver leaves. Alright, and you're gonna do the same for empty trailers. Every empty trailer needs to be swept, mopped, clean the sides, those little bays of it, sometimes about 5 centimeters long, that you can take the dust out of those part of the frame of the trailer wall. All right, and at the very end, when the apartments start to be built, you're gonna return that. As soon as you have a masonry office, you're gonna return the trailer office very clean as well. All right, very good. The trailer office gonna be returned when the construction is completed. Why is that? So we have consistency. Everybody gonna know their paperwork are, the engineer plans that done, the engineer plans that still need to be done. So we're not moving to the masonry office, the construction trailer, where people gonna sleep, or the other ones, office ones, right? Okay. The sleeping ones can be the office just for that few days, the trailer, all right, just for a very few days, until they have some bare land for them to be separated, because the office is gonna be only office afterwards, and the sleeping ones gonna be only sleeping ones, with a bathroom and the family little need, right? That's a table. Okay, it can be a foldable table, right? Or a board that they can put and flip out, like those tables, and during the day they have a little space there to move, because they're gonna be 10 of them, right? The grandparents can even stay at the city for those first few weeks. That's okay, but the parents always stay with their children, teens and young adults up to 21 years old. Okay? Alright, so as soon as you have enough bare land, the sleeping trailer is gonna be separated from the construction office trailer. Okay? Alright. Now let's say a few words about the office construction trailer. This office is gonna have large table for people to check the plants they're gonna be using, clippers, right, to make sure they're open, because they're going to be rolled for quite a while. So big clippers to attach to a cardboard or something, so they can have the plant open, don't have to keep holding with their hand. So they have 4 or 8 clippers. I think that's best than rocks, right? Okay, so they can check the plant that they need to observe something, check something, or the ones that are working on it. Every day gonna be reports done and cleanup time. So depending on the construction, might need to stop about 5:20 or 5:40, right? To do what? The cleanup and the reports. So the person in charge is gonna be doing the reports, right? If they already have internet, they can do online, and always on paper as well, both of them. If they don't, they can do after, as soon as they have internet, when they go back to the village, the city, nearby city. Okay, according to the template that best fits that land, gonna be many engineer plans, right? The first one, the soil preparation, and the construction, the plumbing, the electric, so many. Okay, so as soon as one plant it's completed, they're going to be checked, the engineer going to say approved, and they're going to be placed on another location of the same office, on a side. Okay, because after that engineer comes, the local engineer that's checking just that few lands right there, they're gonna come the real headquarters assistant team engineers to check, make sure everything was done properly. And everyone gonna come on these inspectors, gonna come on a non-scheduled day. And no drivers dropping off trailers, materials, gonna be scheduled ahead of time on real proper timing for everyone. So we're safe on both ways for everyone. All right, everyone gonna have their records book with them. People that are gonna be sleeping there, these 4 or 8 families, gonna also have both of their books, one for the organization, one for their own family. This is really important. All department directors and main assistants gonna be doing their reports together. All right, so for the technology and security department director couple and their other families, a total of 4 or 8, gonna be doing their reports together, because that's very important to have records of this. This is a very historical moment. Okay, at the end, the city offices gonna have those books because it's very important. We have a new humanity. We're starting humanity somehow, right? So the city office is gonna keep those books. So remember to write really neat everything in all your handbooks. So, and the best of the spouse is gonna write, if it's the husband or the wife, the best handwriting, because everyone can improve. Write slowly. Okay, you can also write in black pencil first, the first few days, right? And soon after, write in pen. That's better than be crossing pen writing all the time, because on the records book you cannot glue paper on the top of it, the one for the organization. Okay, even the family one is better you avoid. To have a proper records book, it's a records book. We don't glue paper on the top of it. Yeah, not even for the family. So what you can do, write on pencil very lightly, and as soon as it's good, and then you go ahead and write in blue pens, transparent big pans. They're gonna call piece pans afterwards, but just for you to have an idea which ones we're talking about. Don't jump too many lines. Try to do one report after another. You can leave maybe 2 lines or 4 lines between one day and another. But as soon as you are sure nothing else to write, so you just you can make a little forward slash on those lines, so no one gonna write anything there afterwards when you're not seeing. Okay, so wait, because sometimes you remember something the next morning, go ahead and write, but as soon as you can, already cover those empty lines. Do not leave empty lines after a day or so. Okay, all right, so for sure you're gonna remember everything up to the next morning, complete anything that's needed, done, go to the next day. Okay, so we know that no one wrote anything after you agree with your spouse that would happen, the most important facts. As I said, for an email, you're gonna save them safe. So when the Department Director of Technology and Security goes to the city, and also the other people, right, the other directors go, they're gonna be sleeping in the city, right, or not. Maybe they are also gonna be one of those 4 or 8 families sleeping at the location. But when you go to the city, have a computer and a printer, you get all these emails, compact them, let's say number 10. I think number 10 is good. And print all the emails. You line them up the best as possible to the left side, and print them one after another, all right? And then you glue. You use the left side, make just a line of glue on the left side, so the paper not hiding anything. You cannot glue a whole piece of paper on the top of records book to make sure nobody wrote anything on the back, on the real records book page that are numbered. Okay? All right, so you did your records. Once a week you print all the emails you sent to your teams, or also send to other people. That's important, all of them. Okay, and you're gonna number them. So let's say you wrote 8 pages, total of 8 different email pages with different emails. Okay, so you go to records book and gonna say, on this day I printed 8 pages with emails sent to, and then you're gonna say, my assistant team, the governor, that is a government person in charge of the land, or to the headquarters assistant team engineer. You're gonna say who you wrote the emails to. Okay, and then you can glue them together. 8 is too much to glue together, but you can glue maybe 4 and 4, right? Okay, and you can cut 1 centimeter of the one side border and the top border to fit on a note on the records book without being exposed out of the records book. So you can cut, make sure you print accordingly, right? These first books until we have our own piece books, because some are real narrow, not really properly made. Okay? All right. And hopefully everyone will already have the piece records book for the construction, because then, but if they don't, purchase the one you have available in your city. The main thing is to have them. All right, when people come, the workers, right, future residents, they come on the bus. On the first few days might be just a few people on the construction trucks, right, pickup trucks or something, just a very few. But soon after they have water, then we can bring a whole bus full of people. drop off and go get more, or maybe 2 buses go. Okay, the best as possible for one team to start at 7. Maybe they go back and bring the other families, the more helping families, to be there soon after. Okay, so it's very important. So they're bringing the food, right? And when they arrive, before they leave the hotel or the school they're at, they're counted and they're scanned. All the buses need that. That's very important. Scan people. Okay? So gonna be done with their bracelet. They can scan using the card and biometrics. We have to see, because if we can scan with the bracelets, so gonna be bracelets. Okay? So the bracelets. They touch the bracelets to the bus machines and they're done. So at the land they do the same thing. As soon as they have a scanner, so they arrive there, the bus do not go inside the property. They arrive at this little house that I told you, the entrance house. Okay, even that the house is not built yet, but that's the location. They already have a gate. Very important to have a gate as soon as possible, a proper gate. So no trucks will come, no visitors, nobody that do not have proper authorization sent by email. Okay, all right. So those people, workers and assistant families, right, gonna be dropped off at the gate. The bus go back to pick up more people or to bring people to another land. All right, so they get in. They have to check their names on paper first for the first few days until the scanner are working. And on the bus, they should already have both of them. So they get in, they scan. They get out, they scan again. Okay, on the bus, they have to scan their bracelets 2 times. And they get in and when they get out. At the land, they're going to be doing the sign in on paper. Okay, they write their names. I think that's the best. Write their names, sign up front. Write their names, sign up front. And I think the bracelet is going to be like a watch, so they can see the hour, right? Yes. And the technology security guard or assistant couple going to be checking to make sure they are writing their proper names according to their badge. Everyone needs a badge. How badge is going to be? In bold and big names, easy to be read. First and last name, nobody going to have 3 or 4 names. Everyone going to have only 2 names. Okay, already approved or already received a new name. Okay, according to their proper documentation. Okay, all right. So I think it's more or less like that. The documentation, it's very important. So people are going to be doing before they leave their country or their state, their new names or improved names, only 2 names. And then when they get to the new state, that's this little village there or this little city, they are going to make sure, do their fingerprint again, so they're sure who each one is. All right? Okay. So when families are going to start moving to the new land, they're going to do fingerprints again. Make sure, we have a process, right? And then at the end of the 28 weeks, we do the last fingerprint. All fingerprints going to be checked. It's 4 times fingerprints. Gonna be checked to make sure they're the same families. Okay, done, agreed. The apartments are theirs, and they're gonna have proper documentation of owning that apartment. I add up a few things, so you headquarters system teams, please put each item on a proper location, because some are for documentation now, right? Department. So when you write, you just make sure, and some needs to repeat the items for one location and another, such as security and construction. Quite a few things needs to be repeated at both handbooks, because each department director needs to take 100 on the test about their own department. So let's say on the first test they get 80, but by the time before they start their work, they need to take 100 on the test, know everything really properly with all details according to what we establish. Okay, thank you so much, my friends, for helping all the organization assistant teams, for helping us to make all these handbooks and have all written, all the organization rules and guidelines. The other thing that all handbooks need a video and written information. The video is gonna have all the basic information, and unless for safety and security, that's gonna be having all the details. But for the departments in general, the video is gonna have basic information, and the written part gonna be really complete, because the department directors are gonna read everything and do their tests, right? But the assistants of things that they're not really directors, they need to have a basic information about each department. So we're gonna make videos, and we cannot make them too long. All right? So gonna be some pictures to help them to understand and capture the most important part. Okay, now the videos about safety and security in all areas, that's gonna have all the details for everyone. Okay, because in case for everything from an ant bite to working with tools, how to be away from tractors and everything else, food safety, hand washing, toilet use before the real toilets are installed, and close really fast, and all these details, they're really important, okay, for our safety, and also how to be safe for other people that they see around in this small city or in the big city, so we really have all the details for safety and security on those videos, that people also need to take good grade tests on them. Every department director and every main assistant teams need to take 100 on the test. Okay, all the other, like secondary assistant, can take 80 on that area, because their main area might be something else. Okay? All right. So, but for all department directors and their main assistants, they need to take 100 on their test. All right. Thank you so much, my friends. Let's get really happy. We are getting our work done, getting organized for the organization launching day. So see you soon. Let's sing songs. Let's talk to our children, our teens. Let's talk about our work. Let's talk about the headquarters. Let's do our prayers and play with them, talk to them, and get them motivated to work with us, work united, okay? Because that will be a real life renovation, gonna be a real gift. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Okay, one thing that I was not clear enough is about the families moving. So as soon as some buildings are available, families can start moving, right? While other buildings are being built in the same property. Okay, so they have people on site right there, and then the food, they can be brought as soon as safe and no more cement dust is around. So you finish a few buildings the best as possible, right? At least the inside, everything, furniture, painted and everything, so families can start moving. And being there going to be sustainable, so they don't have to go back and forth, because other families going to be coming, right? Other families. So establish the first families as possible to the new land, starting with the department directors, right? And also the main assistant team for each department director. Okay? All right. So they're on site, and then the village, the new city, receives another group. Why? Because the new land might still have a lot of mosquitoes, so they can stay there 1 week or so as soon as more apartments going to be built. So the other groups, let's say 200, 400 or 1,000 people going to be staying at this small city and doing the same, working every day, a half period work, a half study, a half work, a half study, to be sustainable, and everybody going to have 1 hour lunch. Okay? And the other thing is that the construction gonna have the most people working as possible and not the least, so we can keep going and have it ready the best as possible. Okay? So this is very important for us to have everything really organized, really set up. The family, the second group, when they arrive at this small city, let's say, they will have alright, the families, the second team arriving at this village or this nearby city, gonna be also have a time there, a few days or maybe even 2-4 weeks, for them to what? To do the same according to the organization volunteers established for them, because they cannot work at the new lands yet. They don't have room to sleep at the new land yet. So they're going to be working and studying at this village or this nearby city. Okay? The same way. 1 period they study, 5 hours they study, 5 hours they work. Okay? All right. And the study is not sitting on desks all day long. It's learning games, outside learning games, activities, and gonna be blended with running time. And okay, so for learning time and for work as well. Everyone gonna work in the morning before they start the day. 6 o'clock, right? It's a good time to run and take showers before they start at 7. But when people are going to work at the new lands, they can run at the new lands as soon as area is available. Otherwise, we don't want them to be running at 5 o'clock in the morning, because they need to take a shower, they get sweaty, so they can get to the new land at 7 according to where they're located. Okay? So the morning running time is really important and healthy. Or they just do the afternoon running time, that's fine too. So some details going to be according to where this village or this nearby city is located. Okay, the other thing is that we're going to do the best we can to have these families, these first families, in proper hotels, right? One room for the couple and one room for all the children. So the couple can also talk, have their time, right? They have to get up early. They can also make love. They lock their door and they're safe. And the children are also safe all together, all 8 children together, okay? The hotels that have carpet, keep the carpet until those families are coming in, because some can sleep at the bed and some can sleep at the floor. With the blankets they already have, if they already have comforters, use the comforters, keep washing the comforters if they already have them. We're just not going to order new ones. All right, this is if they are at the hotels. If the families are staying, for example, in a cafeteria of a school, that they're going to wrap up their things and, so they can be used during the day for study, for everything else, for themselves or even for people of that city they are at, they cannot make love. They have to wrap up on time, be ready before the students arrive, and so they are also ready at 7 o'clock, okay? So they cannot make love. The couples or even teens, 15 and older, cannot make love until they can go to the hotel or their new apartments at the new land as soon as they start to get available. The other thing is that construction clothes from everyone needs to be washed daily. Construction clothes on washing machines. So it depends how many 100 people are there. So we need quite many machines. Machines will be brought from their nearby city, that families won't have them anymore in their houses, right? So they can be brought to these hotels or this cafeteria school or big large church, right? The place where they're going to stay. So they can wash and going to be dry easy, because if they wash by hand, going to take too long to dry out. Okay, it is forbidden for teens, young adults and elders to make love in a non-appropriate area. So if they are at the school or church, the family sleeps together, they cannot make love at all, They can just hug respectfully, that's it. No kiss in front of people as well, and they go for a walk, in an authorized location, then it's okay. For people that are in hotels, that's okay, if they have 2 different rooms for the older children and teens on the other room. And they can lock their room. If they cannot lock their room, they cannot make love as well. So none of them will be coming at a non-appropriate time. All right, these 4 and 8 or 8 families that are staying at the new land, they can set up 2 days a week, in the evening after work hours. So they take a shower, right? 6 o'clock, and they can have twice a week. So the teens already know, so they can be talking as well, because we won't have children this time. We're going to only have teens. They can be at the picnic tables talking, right? And they might be a boyfriend or girlfriend, that's fine. They can talk, they can hug appropriately, nothing too much, or little tiny kisses, not the real kisses as well, okay? All right, so the parents gonna come on those 2 days. They're just gonna say we have a meeting. You don't have to say if it's a written meeting that they have every night. They have to do their records, or if love making. So the teens would imagine, but won't know exactly what they're doing. I think that's appropriate. 2 times a week, right there. On Saturday and Sunday, then it's different, because it's gonna be more. They're gonna have the Saturday afternoon free, everyone, right? And Sunday the whole day free. It's a family day. And then the same way, they can ask their teens to be outside if they want to make love. They're just gonna say they're gonna have a meeting, you know. And if the door is locked when the teen is coming, the best way is for the parents to already say if that they're gonna have a meeting and the doors will be closed. That's it. So the teens won't be trying to get inside to get anything, or you know, or to rest themselves. Okay, so that's for Saturday afternoon and Sunday. Couples making love have to be really discreet and quiet because the walls of the trailer are not too thick, and the teen is gonna be right outside, not too far away from those trailers, right? I don't know, about 10 meters away or 20 meters away. All right? Okay. I think about 10 meters from the tail, or 20, you know. So the trailers can be about in strategic locations for security, and they're gonna have radios. So that's another safety thing. Let's talk a few words about that. The radios that each of these different families, 4 or 8 families, will have, so they can talk to each other at night when they're checking the cameras, if they need help, assistance, right? So they're gonna be charged up, and radios will be more efficient once we don't have satellite for internet yet. Just until they can use their cell phones. Okay, so those families that are sleeping there during the day, at lunchtime, for example, they can go with the bus, right, and spend the afternoon if they have to do email. In case they have to write emails, or you know, they can go, I think, twice a week. Don't need more than that, right? Twice a week they can go. I think that will be enough and plenty to do this, mostly computer things, print their paperwork and glue to their records book. The trailers gonna be on those strategic areas. So one very close to the entrance, right there. And then you're going to start putting the other ones as the best as possible according to what they have planted on the land or not. For example, one in each corner of the property. If it's a square, rectangle, that's important. If the property is too big, 8 trailers in different locations. One in each corner, right? And the others in the best and the most important areas. So, and then after those 10 cameras, you're gonna have 20, you're gonna have 50, okay? So please already have the templates for everything. When other cameras gonna be installed? So as they clear up those big trees, if they actually have them or not, because some regions have very short trees, right? Like some lands in different places, they do not have huge trees. So it depends on the region those lands will be at. Okay, so we have, I think, 4 or 8 trailers enough. If it's really, really a big land and really close to a big city, okay, put 20 trailers, family trailers, but I don't think that will be needed. Okay, so let's stay on that. 4, 8, or 10 family trailers sleeping on site until the first buildings are ready, and they can even stay longer. You know, so the families that were on trailers can move to the first ready apartments, and other families can sleep on those trailers. So we have more people sleeping on site. Families cannot be 2 families in one trailer, because it's gonna be the simple trailer, right? Not the ones with many rooms or anything like that. Gonna be simple trailers. Okay, I think we're good. On Sundays, families can only spend time at this village or at this nearby city if it's a small, very small city. Otherwise, they cannot go out. They have to stay at the village, right? Or at the new lands. That's what we're gonna do. If they want to have fun, like some games or songs or plant their gardens, they're welcome, but we're not doing construction things. It's important for us to rest our body. They don't. No one needs to run on Sundays if they don't want. Okay? All right. And Saturdays, they also don't need running. If they're doing really properly on weekdays from Monday to Friday, they don't have to run. But they have to stretch every single day. It's a good thing, right, for adults and elders. And children and teens don't need even to do stretching Saturday and Sunday. Okay? All right. Families arriving cannot go on Sundays to state parks, national parks, or anything else that might be close by. Okay? Because it's important for us to have really focus and know where people are located, so we don't need more and more people to be checking where other people are going and if everyone came back or not and all these details. During these 28 weeks, they are only going to stay at this small village or small city or the new lands. They're not for them to be walking around, going out of the property or this where they're located, sleeping, right, or the new lands. They can even spend a day, a fun day at the new lands or this small village or small city. That's okay. Walk around right there, and come back by 6 o'clock. That's okay. Okay, if the hotel have a pool, they can have fun at the pool. Hopefully, right, they will have a pool. So they have to stay where they're assigned to stay. It's a school. It's a school. It's the church. It's a church. It's a hotel. It's a hotel. Okay? All right. Or the new lands. And the buses gonna be driving the teams. They assign ahead where they're gonna be at the city or at the new land, so they can pick them up, drop them off, and things like that. And the lunch bus gonna run the same way. Bring some back and bring new people. Okay? All right. So I think we got everything covered. So I hope everything gonna be really great. And people can also sleep and rest, because that's important. They're gonna be working hard at the new land, so they can sleep Saturday, Sunday, afternoon after lunch. Yeah, sure, they can sleep, right? Eat a good amount of beans and restore protein. The food also gonna have olive oil or some, because we are not going to have seeds, nuts, or avocados for everyone. So we need regular oil, even cooked oil in food, right? Because they're gonna need all these things. We also need oats. We need carbs, right? We need carbs. And eggs and chickens. Yes, we can have a lot of eggs and chickens to be organic as soon as possible. We're gonna talk to the farmers, the producers, and be organic as soon as possible. Finish, of course, to use the grains they already have and start buying only organic grain. Okay, so the other thing is that if they have small amount of grains that are organic and most that are not, they can start blending, right? So people will be having those chickens and eggs, because that's the main thing. They need food. So the elders and families with young children gonna be families with young children, elders gonna be arriving soon after, right? And also be at this location to practice work and study, to get used the best they can, because at the new lands might still have a lot of mosquitoes still, so they're really strong and healthy. Okay, the other important thing is aloe. We have to plant a lot of aloe and bring to those families most as possible, so they can at night put aloe on their face, on their arms, and in the morning, even that everyone gonna have long sleeve shirt, we are going to, they can put some oil right after in the morning. Everyone can put some drops of olive oil on their arms and skin, and on faces everyone can put a sunblock, because the sun gonna be really strong. It's very important for people to eat really healthy, and on places that are too hot, because most of the country gonna be winter time, gonna be some fresh days, right? But some countries are really hot during the day on sun, right? So people working gonna have a snack in the morning and a snack in the afternoon, so they can handle like some salty food, and whichever is the most appropriate, so they can eat not just fruits or vegetables, but they're gonna need also some carbs or something salty for them to eat according to what is available for on that area, right? Can even be nuts with salt or something like that. What we are not doing is to give bread to people that never had bread before, because it makes no sense for them to start liking something that they cannot have afterwards. Okay? So, and all the sugar we're gonna offer will be from regular fruits and not white sugar. That's something we're not going to offer, because many of those people from refugee camps and other places not used to those things. Indigenous people never had these things before. So we don't want to offer food that they never had before and they cannot have in the future. We're only going to offer what they can have in the future. Rice, beans, lentils, okay? Salad with those rice and beans, lentils, like cool, they can be warm or cool, okay? So that's very important. Also, if it's convenient, once we already have, we can use like lentils in cups, right? So mix with some salad and instead of bowls, if that's more practical. Bowls, because they're stackable, one on the top of the other. All right. So they can eat about 9, because they ate about 5 or 6 in the morning, so they can eat again about 9 o'clock in the morning and about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so they can have enough energy for the end of the day. And by the time they get back to the hotel, it's already, who knows, right, 7 o'clock or so. Okay? All right, we're doing really great. Awesome, wonderful. So families working on the construction site gonna wash their clothes every day. And families that are still only at the church or hotel, they're gonna wash, I think, twice a day. Once no one gonna have too many clothes, we have to keep washing our own clothes. So they're gonna have proper schedule to wash their clothes. Once they are in the same property, right? They can wash during the study break or during their work break. Wash their clothes, get done, hang to dry. Hang to dry. Yeah, people in the hotels, or schools hang their clothes in clotheslines. And people that are working with construction, they have to wash their clothes every day, okay, or every other day, but they cannot repeat, so they can have 2 sets of clothes. That's fine. For places that are raining too much, they're gonna have dryers for the construction families, because they need clean clothes every other day. They're gonna have 2 sets of work clothes. I think that's plenty. Okay, they need dryers or clotheslines on their covered area. That's okay. So if they're sleeping, for example, at the cafeteria, if the cafeteria has AC, that's fine. They hang their clothes in the morning, the clothes are dry, right? If they have AC with fans, their clothes are dry. If they are in a church, the same way, okay? Or they need proper dryers for the very first teams until those things are installed, and with AC or a fan for those clothes to dry. All right, that's great. For the people that are obese, so there are 2 different ways they can work. They also can be sent soon if they have a strong and healthy, if they have a strong immune system, if they're healthy, because they're gonna have plenty of energy, right? And the other way is that if they're not healthy or the immune system are not good, they're gonna be working other areas and working hard and take sun and doing everything else, taking vitamins, swimming, running, whichever they have, so they can really be on shape on time. Okay, the other thing is about clothes. Once I just talk a lot about clothes, I'm gonna put some details on the dress code as well. So here's some more information. For everyone that's already on shape, instead of using one long bathing suit, we can have 2 sets for the females. So gonna be a mini shorts, right, by their belly button, respectful shorts that are, on the back, are straight at the end of the person's butt. That's okay, right? Large on the side, and the top also respectful, large on the side, and the strap about 2 centimeters, 1.5 or 2. I think that will be good. Okay, with very strong material, synthetic, so they will last for a long time because of the chlorine, or if it's gonna be salt water, right? Maintained by salt water, or place salt or salt water from the ocean. If it's really close by, that's fine. Okay, so they will last for a long time. So I think that will be okay. Respectful top on the front as well, with people, adults that already have breasts, right? The females, and very strong stripes. So I think that will be good. And it's optional to have one piece for people that have like many babies. They're still tucking in their bellies, so that's okay. They have long one piece bathing suit for females. All right, but for the future, we are not making more one piece bathing suit, because everyone gonna be really fit, right? No one gonna be really fat or have big bellies anymore, because everyone gonna be doing exercise along the years. So we're just gonna do one piece bathing suit, let's say for this first 5 or 10 years, and no more after that is needed. So it's just an adjustment time, right? The new generation will already be coming, and the shorts can hold the belly in as well once they are by their belly buttons. Okay, I think that will be good. Every new land and every hotel or school that will be receiving those families right? Need aloe vera planted as soon as possible. And they're going to have a blender for now connected to this their clubhouse or something to offer to blend the aloe vera and keep filling it up, the bottles for aloe vera for each family, because I believe for 5 or 10 years. So you can do a good study on that, on what would be the most appropriate, because I think 5 years not enough. Some people really have fair skin, right? So everyone's going to be safe. So for 5 or 10 years we can have those blenders at each community, right? Or the adult education. I think the adult education, because at the adult education we can also be making soap, right? So somehow we need blenders as well. All right, so yes, so the adult education gonna have blenders for all these years, and the future as well. If to make soap that's needed, let's have it, okay? But not for use at their own homes. Okay, the aloe vera, because they're quite different species, we need to figure out to be planted the species that are most efficient for recuperation of skin. So every night everybody gonna be putting that, and even during their lunch break, right? Once they are right there, the same place, this small village or small city, right? So they're gonna have change the day, and gonna be a balance. If they were already the construction was too sunny, their classes can be inside the whole afternoon. Go out a little bit, come back, to have a good transition. The main thing is for these people to be healthy, right? To be feeling good, don't have burns, don't have any problem, or don't be dehydrated. Those are the main things. Safety always first, okay? So they start being more, inside during their study time. And then as the day passes, more outside game, or play under trees, and rotate the classrooms that are studying at these hotels. I think that's convenient. I think that it's good and appropriate. Okay, the other thing, because many people were not used to the sun, or to really work hard in the sun. That's above just the sun, right? So people can also have cups of water and put a spoon of, if really needed, what can we do, right? A little bit of honey and salt, so people won't be dehydrated for sure, those that are working at the new lands, okay? So we're trying to don't have any white sugar, but if honey is not available, put some spoons of sugar and salt, right? And mix for everybody in the jar, and gives a half cup to each person. So the proper measurement gonna be there for how many cups of water, and mix well and give a half cup to everybody, so to avoid dehydration. So we're gonna start with more amounts as they start working, and as the weeks are passing, they're gonna have less and less until no more is needed, because just by eating healthy gonna be planted, they're gonna get used to it, okay? So that's important for no one to be dehydrated. Okay, the clothes now. These long sleeves cotton shirt that is really bright, it's orange for us to see on the middle of the green land, or soil, plain soil, right? After the land, the land is cleared. So cannot be too thin as well, that mosquitoes will bite or the sun will pass too much. So we have to have like a right in between, to be a protection, right? To be bright, that's for sure, and but the protection for mosquitoes and for the sun cannot be too thin. And of course cannot be too thick as well, otherwise they're gonna sweat too much, and we cannot have people sweating too much, right? So they won't be dehydrated. So all these details. So gonna be, I don't know the right measurement for the fabric, because they have a measurement, right? But gonna be written, and people will already know. Gonna be standard for all these very hot countries. Okay. All right. So we all gonna be really safe. Okay. The other thing it's hats. We have two options. The best will be the round ones, right? That have a protection of fabric for the neck, the back of the neck, because they can burn a lot if they're not protected. So we can see people's face really well, and but the neck is protected. So we're gonna have images of them and gonna have them available as standard as well for everyone. Gonna be in a can be a, so in a color that's sustainable, not white, because people are gonna be touching a lot while they're working, and we don't want those hats to get stained. It can be beige or green or even different colors, fine, you know. Everyone gonna have their own and use it every day, and they can wash with their construction clothes every other day. I think that's pretty sustainable. So for places that can also have a straw hat, that's good. So we have two options, cotton and straw hat. The proper image will be online and gonna be available for each team according to what's the most sustainable, because some countries have more straw items than cotton. So whichever is the most sustainable, and the fabric to protect the back of the neck, everyone gonna have using one or the other. All right? Everyone gonna already arrive with their spouse. That's very important. Before they leave their country, being from Islam, refugee, nomads, or indigenous person, they already come with a couple. The only exception are for couples that are not married yet and can have babies still, because we want, right, all young couples to marry different race, someone from different race, different ethnicity, the best as possible. Okay, so for everyone until they are what, 34, let's say, more or less, right? They can still have a baby until 32. Yeah, I think until 32, so they can have one or two babies if they don't have any, of course. Okay, all right, if they want as well. But if they have already too many kids in the neighborhood, they're gonna adopt and don't have their own. All right, we leave that for the next generation. So whichever is the most appropriate, but we want couples to already have someone from their own community. Okay, and everyone after after 32, you know, already come with someone from their area, already registered, already married, their paperwork done. Okay, all right. So that's very important. For those places that, and for these young people until they're 32, that can still have one or two, that they didn't have any yet, for example, or just have one, they can have one more baby. That's fine until 32. So we can blend, and they get married, and they can have one more baby, and have a total up to 6, and have 2 kids themselves, for example. That's fine. Okay. Okay, let's make an improvement. I think the best is up to 28 years old. So young people up to 28 years old, they can marry when they get to this new place with other people of different races, different ethnicity. Up to 2 kids, that's it. The rest they're gonna already adopt from orphanages of the country they came from or from the country they are arriving at. Okay, so every couple we already have 6 or 8 kids done. There won't be people arriving just and stay just small families, because right now we want to empty out all the orphanages and foster homes in all countries. Okay, if it's some available right at that city, they do it. If it's from the next county or even from another state, get it done, because we need to close all those orphanages and foster homes as soon as possible before the organization launching day. Okay, so we're really organized and already get that set up. And those couples that are allowed to have 2 more babies, they gonna get paraded, the male, the female, as soon as they have those 2 babies. Okay? For the operation to don't have more babies, I need some doctors to give advice on what will be the most sustainable for now, right? That can be either one, but for the future, gonna be or the male or the female, the easiest operation, all males or all females for future, right? And for now we can do already both, as soon as they have their 8 kids, because we are knowing families, and so we are saving all waste, so nobody gonna have 9 kids, for example. Okay, all right, so really good. And elders can also adopt 4 or 8, whichever they think is possible for them, but teens, that soon they're gonna graduate, have their own homes. For elders, the teens can sleep on all of them, right? 4 or 8, depends how big the living room is, because they're gonna have only 1 bedroom, right? Elders' apartment only have 1 bedroom, so just for these few years until they graduate. Okay, my friends, so I think that is wonderful. We gave a lot of information about the new lands and how to be safe, how to be organized on time, and with all details needed. Thank you so much for your cooperation, for your work, your enthusiasm, for sharing, and I talk to you soon. Have a blessed, wonderful day. Okay, the other thing is that for the young couples with young children, right, as they arrive as well, they can leave their children for those hours at the school or church, having classes, proper classes with designated teachers, monitors, right? And they can go to work on the new land. So only teens gonna go in this beginning, right? That they're stronger and they can go to work. But the young children can stay at this school or hotel classes, right? The best as possible, according to what the small city or village nearby has to offer. Everyone coming already gonna have their marriage certificate. Okay, for everyone that is more than 32, 34, whichever I said before, they're already gonna. Now all the couples 22 years old and older, we already come with a partner. Okay, so if they're going to meet the couple at the new lands, at this small city or something, they're already gonna have designated the person for them and get married according to the best as possible the website range for them. A better spouse according to their previous practices, so they have a similar background in activities, and also for the work they need to do and improve and things like that. And young couples cannot adopt teens. They have to adopt young children. So they won't have their age too close to avoid any problems, for it to be secure at all times. This is very important. For the school, this small village, gonna be monitors to start with until the real teachers start to arrive, and teachers with more graduation can take positions, proper positions. But for this first group, monitors that can learn about outside learning games. Very simple. It can supervise well. Gonna be always couple, a person in charge, right? The department director of education gonna be there. Gonna be the principal for this moment, wherever they are, the hotel or school, wherever they have that small city. Okay, so gonna be monitors that gonna follow proper instructions from eating, washing hands, running, working out, playing games, cooperative games, and also volleyball, basketball, and other things like that. So they can help, and the parents can work during that time. All right, so that's really great, and I talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. So just one more thing. If they have on the region fish from the ocean or river, so of course they gonna have teams that gonna be fishing with nets, not with fishing lines. Okay, so people gonna eat and have the best nutrients as possible. Children, everyone gonna have those vitamins, and also spirulina and chlorella, mostly for people with fair skin. Okay, so and everywhere on the whole planet where it's possible, we're gonna plant spirulina and chlorella, in ocean water, right? For those 10 years or so, so we have to find a way, because that's gonna be really important. Or let's do it spirulina and chlorella till 2040. Right? Because they're amazing, they're very healthy. And if it's sustainable, we keep going. In places that are not sustainable, I think we can stop right there, 2040. Because they're amazing, and we have ocean in many, many places, warm places, that we can grow them along the years, for many years. Okay? All right, wonderful, everyone healthy, happy, and awesome. The other thing is that we're gonna focus on finish 4 buildings first, and then 4 more, and then 4 more, even if the others already gonna start building their base, but to complete 4 and then complete 4. Let's do a group of 4, because I think that's very good. And every building gonna have 8 apartments, right? Always combining 3 bedrooms and 1 bedroom, and the other one 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. I think that's very sustainable. So one is for the family and one is for an elder. One is for the family, one is for elders. All right? Okay, great. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Okay, let's sing together, my friends. I sing a song of peace. I sing a song of peace and love. I sing a song of peace. I sing a song of peace and love. United we are. United we are. United we are. United we are. Is that good? All right, let's sing another one. Our work is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work it is. Our work is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work it is. Oh, 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 oh. Our work is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work it is. Our work is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work it is. Thank you so much for your participation. All right, this was a long video with many information, but thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.